Darkness first. What's up, dude? Well, I appreciate you stopping by, my dude. Smoke, what's happening? Yeah, man, doing good. I'm back to streaming again. As a matter of fact, this is my second stream this week. It's like a new record for me. Doing a few last minute adjustments to make sure that I'm not leaking. Sanguine, you've re-emerged. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming by. Might still be around, I don't know. Drop chords, man. I'll go check it out for you. LOL. Ross. What's up, man? Thanks for coming by. Cooks, good to see you. Glad you're here. I've been good. I'm doing better. Sanguine, appreciate it. I keep telling everybody about the cool map arts. We see map arts on here like every stream, I think. Lady, thank you for coming in. I'm gonna, well, yeah. I think I just about got it set up. I'm gonna leave the mic on because I'm gonna go live here. I am live, but I'm gonna. For now, I'm going to put the. It's a little annoying, but I know for sure that it works. Because I'm being ultra safe here. This mod is a little annoying because it updates the texture rotation every time a block is placed, so it looks a little swirly and crazy, but okay. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Felix, what's up, dude? James charges it. Thanks for coming by, guys. This is gonna be a ultra chill stream. Nothing crazy going on. Fingers crossed. It worked! Ha ha ha! Oh, fix my beautiful precious hair, my flowing locks. Oh, and look, Cooks is here too. Alright, so welcome to Base Exodus. It is good having you here. I am going to give a quick tour of the area, and then we're going to try to do some building. What am I going to build? I don't know yet. I'll find out soon. I know it's going to involve quartz and blackstone and nether bricks, because that's what I got. I got a few other blocks here and there. I think I got some pale oak kicking around. You know, the usual suspects. Magnacore, welcome in. Kitty Wheel, the ever vigilant infrastructure worker. It's good having you here. Don Dubious, first time chat, best time chat. Hope you're doing good, man. Anyways, quick look at the signboard. Who's here? I really don't know. Minecraft is here. Took's here. Carl Fick, Mr. Roster, Cecil the Turtle, OG Kush, Pickles. Apparently he pickled here. Hopefully he washed his hands. Pineapple 50 was here. Pineapple 50, I think, is a fellow old person streamer. Fuzzy Biscuits. Rickson, the pro. Don Dubious, I know that guy. Kush is alive, he might be. Seti Raw, what's up, dude? Hope you're doing good. We're having a good Thursday. I don't think I've ever streamed on a Thursday. It's weird, right? Texas, what do most people do here? You don't want to know what most people do here. What happens at Exodus stays at Exodus, bro. Cook's pulled up. Can you hear me? I can. Thanks for asking. Rickson showed up twice. Look, he was here on the 11th, and then he showed up again on the 9th. Maybe he couldn't get someone to load his Pearl. He had to fly all the way back, and then he was like, it took me so long to get back here, I'm putting another sign up. Doc Martin. Mastermind was here. Mastermind has one of the cooler builds that I've seen in a while over here. Prototomo. T-Diff has another really awesome build here. I can't wait to show you guys. It's so cool. Like, when I do builds, they're usually notable, memorable, colorful, kind of small, symmetrical, right? They stand out, but they're never like anything massive in scale, right? Some of the builds that I've seen lately, just mind-blowing. Freddy Krueger, unbothered AF here. I made it, Fish and Hank. Blue Eyes was here. Go Fart Clan. Hardboiled Megs was here. My boy Havlin was here. This whole base was founded by the Clinkster, Clink Clank. Oh, look, Zeebs is here too. The only offset sign. picture of the map. All the terrain in the area. Alright. We're going to check everything out, but first I'm going to show you, quick look around. Pearl House. This Pearl House, with the signboard, and this one Pearl House are the first two buildings over here. Base is about a month and a half old. First time chat, best time chat. Hey Bexley. Thanks for coming by. We are glad to have you here. Okay, that's silly. I like that. And the two Pearl Houses necessitated a third Pearl House, which was not planned for, which is why it is over here now. This is the supply house. Big ups to Megs for dropping some stuff, giving some supplies. Random mats drops, always the best. We are a fairly new group, and none of us, well, some of us, but most of us are not very block wealthy, so donations, always appreciated. Hybridius, I will. Kitty Wheel, 1.5 million obsidian across, oh my god, Kitty. Second house. Oh, Hybridius is going to put some tunes on for us, sick. Okay, there's Megs. 4201, that's not very specific. Fuzzy Biscuits. Longer Doug. T-Diff. Fish and Hank. Is it, you're the iTwistin account, right, Hybridius? Yeah, it's different, for real. I'm making sure I'm loading the right one, so make sure that you're on iTwistin. Okay. You ready? Coming at ya. Boom. Welcome back. The Music Man's here. Look out. And all this, I don't know who brought all of the map art. I'm pretty sure that T-Diff brought a ton of this map art over. Anyways, shaders on. The full tour. I'm going to start over on this side with the Waffle House. If there's no sign and I don't immediately know who built it, you have my apologies. My favorite part about the Waffle House is that there is seemingly no way inside. I have an auto door opener on the Stardust plugin, or else there's literally no way in. It's the only Waffle House in the country that's closed. Oh my god, I'm gonna choke. If Cooks is doing some music, we'll let Cooks do the music first. Oh, excuse me. My god. What do you do on 2B? Good question. I don't usually hunt. I do the refill runs and help new players over near spawn. I fill up the little booths, give people food. Don Dubious, you're the Waffle House builder. Well, that's pretty awesome. I am the shepherd. You're fine right there, Ringo. We're just gonna be a couple of Fonzies. I'll just do Pulp Fiction quotes. Cash, hash, or your stash. LOL. Unisex cocaine room. What are you looking at? Oh my god. Yep, we're on 2B2T right now. This is a base for the Silver Lining. I can still call it Silver Lining, guys. That's what we're called today. By the end of the week, we might have a different name, so we won't know for sure. We still got one more vote for a new name. Ollie will be a sad panda if we're not still the Silver Lining, because that is my favorite name. What can I get for you, sir? We've got waffles, coffee, baked potatoes, steak, and violence. Like any good Waffle House, there's always a side of violence in the parking lot. The last Waffle House had a, okay, who was in charge of lighting this place up? I swear. Get out of here. I swear to God. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the last one had a parking lot. See, this is what you're used to in the Waffle House parking lots. Random zombies coming over trying to fight. That's fully expected. Adds to the authenticity. Anyways. Oh my God, really, guys? The Waffle House parking lot flash mob. People don't do flash mobs anymore, but I still make the flash mob reference. Go away. Anyways. Moving right along. Sorry if I'm missing stuff that you guys are talking about. There's a button behind the banner. Okay, hold on. Mikey. Mikey Johnson's here, guys. Hey, Mikey. Took says there's a button behind the banner. Well, now I gotta go back in and check it out. Oh, to open the door. Okay. Could you don't? Ha! There you go. Took, you solved the puzzle. Hope you're doing okay at work, buddy. Behind the banners. You guys are telling me, you guys are screaming it in chat. I'm just a dummy. I used to work, made a couple of Burger Kings on Tubi. Waffle House is pretty peak. Free Cookie says, doesn't go to the parking lot. Yeah, good idea. Don't go to the parking lot. Don't go to the parking lot after dark. Geezer Town 20. Nope, this is a base from a new group that is tentatively called the Silver Lining. That is, it's a group of older players that play on 2B2T. When I say older players, I mean old like grandpa old, not like I'm super elite old. Kids don't know what the word tentatively means. Oh yes, true. Okay, back to the tour. This is a life-size skin build by Mr. Carl Fick, I believe. With the, I'm getting over to that one. The TNT head. Bexley, welcome to the team. Holy crap. A pleasure to have you, Bex. Mind if I call you Bex? Oh, it's not typing right. I gotta make sure that I say hi to everybody. Hi. Okay. Anyways, this is, yeah, the TNT head skin build of Carl Fick in his banana hammock. Look at it! Look at it! The arrow going over to the thing is kind of a cool touch. There's a little room inside the TNT head with some choice map arts. It is, is that, who does that one? Is that Kendrick Lamar or is that the Frank Ocean guy? I never know. One of them. I'm gonna get canceled for that, I'm sure. 20 plus, yeah. No, geezers are a thing of the past. Out with the old, in with the new. Pa, what's up? Thanks for coming in. We're doing a very chill base tour today. No running for my life or anything. I actually get to hang out and relax. Go AFK and the whole thing. Oh. If you guys are watching me stream and saying hi to me in chat, you should know that I'm streaming right now. But I don't like... Yeah, okay. Comedy hour. Alright, comedy hour. Hello. Okay. Anyways, the tour continues. This is a Jack in the Box build, I think, but this was this? This might be Hybridius. It is. It is an actual music box. Cooks is inside playing some tunes right now. Here, let me kill my background music so we can listen to the in-game tunage. Beautiful. I love it. But that's why it's a Jack in the Box with a little crank, because it's a big, giant, elaborate music box setup. Have you guys seen people do it? It's actually pretty amazing. Moss hair and everything. Put the Wither Rose there. Honestly, guys, old is all perspective. Yep. I hear ya. Your youngest is in college. Old. Yeah, I know, man. Dude, my kids are adults. I'm aware of how old is. It's a weird feeling when your kids are like, you know, college age and stuff. So you can click on someone's name in chat to whisper to them. Ah. I like doing it the hard way. Thank you very much, Mikey. Kendrick Lamar, okay, good. Yeah, chill is good, man. I'm as much as I love doing the canal streams. Built by I really don't know Minecraft. Well, it seems like you know it well enough to build something here. It is spooky down here. Do I have any torches? Oh my goodness. Music is making it more creepy. Oh my god, you made me jump! Oh shit. Pedro jump scare. Oh my god, what the hell? I really don't know Minecraft. What are you doing down here, man? Hang on. Let's go in for a closer look. What in the world am I looking at? Somebody get I really don't know Minecraft in here. I need answers. Okay, so some observers, some comparators. Okay. I gotta kill the illusion for a second. Oh, it's a TNT duper. I couldn't see the TNT block. If it's a TNT duper, what's the lava and the leaves for? What the heck? Mr. Loco, we're doing a tour. A cobble generator. Waterlogged leaves create. Oh, it's a... But... So this is... excuse me. This is a cobblestone generator. But this is a... It's got to be a TNT duper. And down here is... a carpet duper. Right? I recognize... Wait, no, because it doesn't have a coral fan. Maybe he doesn't need a coral fan. I don't know. So a TNT duper, cobblestone machine, a carpet duper. The reason you can't see anything in here is because of the spooky lighting. This is very cool. I would have totally not even thought to have gone down the stairs had I not had, like, the, you know, been making an effort to do a tour. That is very cool. Let me turn the lights back out. See if I can make it up the stairs. This is making for some riveting footage. Oh my god. I have to put an epilepsy warning on the beginning of my streams now. I can see the light. Okay, well that was fun and a little creepy. I'd say don't scan the QR codes. No point in looking away once it's already there, but even though I really don't know Minecraft is going to steer anybody wrong, it's still a pretty good rule of thumb to not scan any of the stuff that you see on this server. Safe bet. And over here we have a little pool. Is that like a hot tub? Water doesn't feel very warm. Oh, that's why. Okay, look. This is the tube that the water comes up through. That gets heated up by the magma, right? Or it comes from above, maybe. And then it shoots down over here. Oh, and then it fills up over there. So you collect the rainwater there, and then, okay. You guys probably saw that and knew immediately what it was, and I'm just like going in grandpa mode over here. TNT auto breaks the blocks. Okay, so it creates cobblestone, the TNT breaks it, the hoppers catch it. It's like a auto cobblestone farm. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it is. I mean, I did. I built the GT, and we built some stuff there, but it only lasted like a few weeks. That's okay. The past is the past, my dudes. We are moving forward. There's still a lot of open spots over here to build at, too. Anyways, the tour continues. Let me make sure I get a shot of this big Exodus sign before I forget. I don't know who made the Exodus sign, but it is very cool looking. There you go. Get the camera. Usually it's Took that makes the giant floating signs. Autocrafter into stone bricks. That's clever. Let me get my tools going again here. Got a little baby house over here. Mastermind hut. Very spacious. Chest, a sideways shulker. Guess that's all you really need. If I remember correctly, this is a giant-ass radio tower that was made by the Cookster. I will go up and have a look. Make sure that I've got all of the stuff attributed properly. Why vote to be invited? I think you could probably be invited. You can't be a member. The minimum age for a member of the new group is 25. If you're not 25, then you can't be in the group. You can't be a member in the group. As it is, though, if you're under 25, you can still be in the Discord server, so... Little enchanting table. The flashing lights are giving me like a helicopter pad vibe. I don't know what the pistons and the redstone do. Probably power these lights. That's probably what it is. And then this big giant ass antenna. How many cable stations you get on this thing, Cooks? It's very cool. I'm not sure I've ever seen a radio tower on 2B, so that's kind of nice. Okay. Moving right along. Oh, I can't get too close to this one. It is not spawn-proofed, but... I hear a goat. And I don't even know who built the giant hen. I think someone told me and I already forget who built it. Boy, is it freaking cool, though. Yeah, I think somebody told me and I just don't remember. I mean, my memory is, like, so short. It's pretty sick, though. Creeper up on the flower. I'm gonna kill the shaders so you can get a closer look, because whoever built this actually put 30 million blocks in all directions. I love it. Swish, a pleasure. Hope you're having a good Thursday. Oh, yeah, I'll get you, Don. Give me just a second. Sorry, I didn't see that until just now. 16, 17, 18, next. Well, that's why. I didn't go to... Well, no, I was there. I probably saw it and I probably went right by it. I haven't done like a full tour of one of these bases. But anyways... Nothing cornier than someone your dad's age trying to raise the roof to a kid's meme. I don't care. We love Pedro around here. Anyways, whoever built this added some wool and stuff to like give it a full 3D effect. I don't know if the snow is deliberate or just part of being in the biome, but anyways, either way, very, very cool stuff. I am going to let me go load Dawn Dubious here. Oh, Cooks might have beaten me to it. Hope you're ready, because it's coming, baby. Okay. Anyways, the tour continues. This is... I don't think this one's lit up, so I'm trying to be careful. I don't want it to get blown up on me here. This is by Teetif. I already know that one for sure. I shouldn't be doing this at night. You can't see shit. This one was really friggin' cool, though. You can tell that this one took a lot of time and effort. As fun as the shader is, you can't see anything at all at nighttime. You can't see the finer details that make it so sweet. You gotta get in some of these, you gotta get in close to kind of get an idea of the scale of these bad boys. This puppy's so big you could, like, see it from space. What it is another question, though. If I were to guess, and I might be completely off, it looks like a heart with a serpent. That's just a guess, though. You'd have to ask Tediff to be sure. Wow, who invited these guys? Oh, and this is the last one. I'm gonna try to get up a little closer here so I can see up there properly without getting smoked by mobs. And this is the black hole. This was built by Mastermind. And I honestly have to say it's one of the coolest sculpture builds that I think I've ever seen at one of these bases. Notice how it's lit up for future reference. The no shaders really gives a good look at the number of different materials that you need for something like this. Some shroom lights, magma, some what are those lights called? Sea glass lights. Sea lanterns, that's what they're called. A couple different shades of wool. Look at this one little tiny bit of red glass that's needed in the little accent spots here. The offset glow lichen and whatnot. An incredibly freaking cool build. See, I show up at the base and I'm like, yeah, it's time to build something. And I see all these like insane over-the-top builds, and I'm just like, okay, never mind. I'm gonna build a dirt house. Call it a day. Yeah, that looks like the picture right there. Gotta get the Waffle House sign in the background. Here we go. Well, actually, look. There's one block missing, so this whole thing is ruined now. Free mats. Mastermind layer. Unless I'm mistaken, I think that those are the only major builds over here. There's some cool map art down here that Tediff plopped down that I will go check out. Oh, and there's this little layer in here as well. I don't think it goes too deep. I can go check it out real quick. I don't know if Tediff's the artist of this one. I think maybe they are. Very cool. Below the signboard. The map mural. Maybe. There is a little tunnel in here. I don't think I know where it goes, but we'll find out together if I don't make everybody seasick in the process here. Ooh, spooky. Must be a mob grinder or like a XP thing. It is. It's a little mob grinder thing. Let's turn on the lights real quick. How did it spawn so high up? That's crazy. Where's the kill chamber? Right over there where the chest is. You know, I brought some tainted Tainted. I brought some of the hardest to find block on the server with me, as I show off not having it. Did I leave it somewhere else? It's probably in my e-chest. This seems like a good spot for an e-chest anyways. Let's plop one down. There it is. Check it out. There is no block that is more of a pain in the ass to get your hands on this server, quote me on this, than tinted glass. Dude, you need, for a stack of tinted glass, you need 4 stacks of amethyst crystals. And amethyst crystals, the only way you can farm them is by finding a geode and building around those stupid little amethyst bud things. You guys know what I'm talking about? What a pain. Holy crap. I happen to have a spot, though, where I've been farming a bunch of other stuff, and it's over near a couple amethyst geodes, so it's just happened to work out properly. Oh, right. It said fire extinguishes. I was confused because I have fire aspect. I forgot that I have like a... actually have a good sword. I know! That's the problem. With pistons, you only get like 1 per, right? And it like, you know... It kind of encourages you to use... There was one right behind me. I'm a dummy. To go in there and use a looting pickaxe. So that's what I do, you know, because you get... probably 8 to 10 times as many by using a looting pickaxe. If you use a piston, the returns are like nothing. So now I'm gonna, well, let's see if my secret spot is still here. It is. The temp roster hole, baby. Oh man, I forgot I had resin too. Okay, we're building with resin, blackstone, quartz. I got some deep slate. I got some bone. Yeah, and I've got some pale oak and some honeycomb blocks. I can make that work, I think. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. And now we find a good spot to build. Ooh. Hey, there's a tiny build over here that I missed on the initial tour. Let's go take a look. Somebody is camera shy. Oh, it's Freddy's house to be. Somebody didn't spawn proof. Get out of here. Okay. This area's not even remotely spawn proofed. Looks like Freddy's got this area claimed, so maybe we'll go to the other side of the hot tub area. This looks like a good spot. Well, I could go over here behind the Karlfix statue. Oh, what? Is this area hollow underneath? What the heck is that? I don't know. We could use that though, huh? I think we can use that. Yeah, I think we can. Let me see if there are some torches laying around. If there are, great. That'll save us some time. If not, I'm going to go have to dive for some torches. 2 stacks should be enough. Organics. I don't think those are the kind of organics I thought they'd be. Quartz. Quartz is spelled with a Z. Tools, redstone, and ores, and beacons, I guess. Fun stuff. I like how it's mostly lava. Nice touch. Prismarine. There's plenty of materials here too. If you've got a pearl and you've already been building here and stuff, there's definitely plenty of stuff to build with. I have a... Gotta love self-referential statements. Okay. Very clever. I like it. And these are... Oh my good... Oh my goodness. Oh, I thought it was the whole wall. I was like, oh shit. How could you tell when Hank's been at your base? The many dubs of rockets, I think. And you know that he just got tired of moving them. Or else there'd be like another whole wall of the stuff over there. Okay, advanced warning. When I do this ESP overlay, it can kind of give you a bit of a headache when you're watching it, so. But it is incredibly helpful to make sure that you have the whole area lit up properly. You see yellow, mobs can spawn, unless it's on top of the trees, because they can't spawn on leaves. This one is Rusher. Rusher, ESP, light. And then you can adjust the light level, like if you want it to show, if you want light level 5 to show up or whatever. That's mainly used for like if you want to have passive mobs spawn, or you want your, I don't know, your potatoes to grow properly underground. Crap like that. It has been a very long time since I've built anything, just to be perfectly honest with you guys. Normally, I used to build all the time, but whenever I get on 2B now, it seems like I'm either over at spawn helping people, or doing canal work, or... And not even, like, going out and digging on the canal, just doing other stuff. Or moving stuff from one place to another. Anybody that's played 2B long enough knows that the end game content for 2B2T is Inventory Management Simulator and Stash Mover Deluxe. That's what takes up so much time. See what I'm saying though about the yellow overlay giving you a headache after a while? Makes you seasick. Okay, let me... Whoops. See where I'm at. I think I'm moving way far away from my original building spot here. Here we go. Okay. Yes. This is the spot. I think they made it look annoying and obnoxious to help motivate you to decorate faster, to light it up faster so you don't have to stare at it. Meteor. It's X on the block. Ooh. I might have to check that out. Might be better than this yellow. Driving me bananas. No pun intended. Blue Eyes. What is up? We just saw your sign, Blue Eyes. You made another Fat Clan shout out. I was invited to a base, and I still haven't come out to any of the Fart Clan bases. Like I said, everybody on 2B2T, whether they know it or not, has some kind of, like, secret rumor or stereotype or thing about them that people talk about when they're not around. It's true, I'm not trying to be, you know, King Drama over here, but it is very true. And sometimes it is innocuous and silly, and sometimes it is horrible. But generally speaking, it's usually pretty harmless. Yeah, nice try. But I know one of the ones for me is that I'm invited to bases and then I never show up. I'm like, yeah, drop cords, I'll swing by and build some cool shit. And then like 3 months pass and everybody's like, okay, yeah, big shock, roster didn't show up. And I try to combat that because, I mean, there's nothing worse than someone being like, come check out my base, and then somebody being like, yes, that sounds awesome, I will come to your base, only for them to just not show up. It's a crummy thing to do, so I am trying to get better about it. Excuse me, sir. I will take a day where I take a half day, so I have all of this extra time, and I dedicate the entirety of that time to flying out to bases and dropping pearls. The last one I did was, I think, 2 weeks ago, and I dropped probably a dozen pearls at that many different bases. And it was, it took me a few hours. Some of them there are just too far out. No! Oh, come on. Don't mess up my torches. You guys suck. Yeah, so if you've ever invited me to a base in the past and I didn't show up, then you have my apologies. Matter of fact, speaking of Blue Eyes had a really awesome base not too long ago, and a lot of times I'll show up later to the bases, and then this one was already griefed by the time I was going to show up. a shame, to be sure. Get out of here. But that base lives on in the form of a world download, and if it's not already on the archive, I'm sure that it will be on there sometime soon. Light overlay. Thank you, Kitty Wheel. Doing another one soon. Texas was the base leader. Turned out great. What happened? Did it get griefed? No pressure. We know everybody's busy. TT19 went quick. It did go quick. Oh, it is on the archive now. There you go. Maybe that's what I'll do the next time I do a base tour, is I'll go on the archive so I can do a tour of 19, because I feel bad for not having seen it. Live and in color. Okay. Are we sufficiently lit up? Hardcore parkour! Yeah, light overlay. It's very helpful. Although, there should be some kind of disclaimer on there, because it is not 100% accurate. There are times where I've left no yellow squares at all and had shit still blown up. I've actually watched stuff spawn on a yellow square before, so don't cut it too close. Definitely overlap if you ever end up using this. Anyways, the only way that I can land reliably on any block with an elytra, the block platform has to at least be, at the minimum, 16 blocks. 4x4 is the dead minimum that I have any capability of landing on. And 2, it is flying up in the air, holding shift, and just crashing on top of it and hoping that I stick instead of sliding off the side. Yeah, I'll admit it. I'm kind of terrible at elytra flying. Not very accurate with where I go with said elytra. Some people just need a little bit more time than others. Okay. I know I'm way past the spot that I'm going to be building. This is just general base lighting that I'm doing here. Because this area is like right on the border of the Fixter and the Waffle House. Let me make sure that we cover it up. Try, asshole. Yeah, I see your cousin over here too. Can't fool me. A lot of the bases on 2B are bases that you shouldn't be streaming at. Now, there are tools that you can use. Meteor has a no render plugin that will disable texture rotations. Okay, I should explain a little bit here. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this already, but in Minecraft, right, each one of these let me kill this ESP. Each one of these blocks, specifically grass blocks, but all blocks have a specific pattern on them, right? Now, to avoid homogeneity or stuff looking too similar and patterned, they change the texture of these things and rotate the blocks and textures around. That's what makes this grass look much more natural and not like a series of blocks in a row with the same pattern and everything. Well, people can use the pattern in the placing and direction of these blocks on a seed finding system to be able to compare the way that these blocks spawned in and which direction and order they spawned in. They can use that to locate where you are on the server. It's a very complex process that a lot of it is automated at this point, but that's the reason that people don't usually spawn at bases. Sorry, stream at bases. There are some things that other things that you can't do anything about. If you're ever streaming or making a video or whatever else, do not show bedrock, because bedrock generates in a specific pattern, and that can be found pretty easily. Roster, if you had to guess what Goober stream it would... Okay, what Goober stream it, who would you guess? What streamer stream it? I'm confused. Oh, what streamer leaked it? Okay, there it is. Now, to be fair, I took the blame for something that I didn't have anything to do with. I thought that I had leaked the coordinates to GT18, and I was devastated, right? Because somebody said that I had leaked the coordinates, and in a way I kind of did. I had accidentally leaked the last, I think, 5 digits of the Z coordinate, which isn't a full leak, but it was very, very careless of me, right? But somebody showed me a screenshot, a very clear screenshot, that they had coordinates sent to them, exact coordinates, the whole day before I even went live. So I thought that I had leaked it, and I was devastated, dude. I was like, I felt so bad about it. You know, I was like crushed. 'Cause it happened right on friggin' stream, so everybody got to see how upset I was about the whole situation. I mean, I wasn't like in tears, but I was like really disappointed. It's one of the new doggies, or wolves. Hey, friendo. I felt like shit about it for the longest time, but then, like, you know, somebody was like, yeah, you should watch your shit, but look. And they sent me a picture of, you know, with the name blurred out, but with the timestamp and everything of somebody else sending the coordinates over. So maybe they did that to make me feel better. But I mean, if you got just the last 5 digits of a base coordinate, you would have to fly tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of blocks in the X direction in order to be able to track it down. So it was kind of a leak, but kind of not a leak. Anyways, I have grown as a human being since that experience. We called it a learning experience. Paul accidentally leaked on stream. Texas only wanted the base to last 30 days. Made it pretty much exactly. Oh, okay. There you go. Well, hopefully that one had a world download too, because I heard that that was a humdinger of a base. But yeah, so that's why you got to be careful with the texture rotations. I'm using a mod called No Texture Rotations by a dude named Rfresh. If you know who he is, then you know who he is, right? But if you don't, he is a very prominent 2B player who does a lot of different coding and creates a lot of different clients and whatnot. Or I don't know if he creates clients, but like add-ons to clients. The first time that I ran into him was at a 5th column base that somebody leaked the coordinates to. And it was awkward. I was like, hey there, you know, and I took off because I'd only been on the server for like a month, so I ran for my life. But they already had and this is like in 2022, right? They were leaps and bounds ahead. They already had the bot cam set up over at the base, you know, to ping Discord. Like most bases have this now, but in 2022 it was fairly new tech. So then he hits me up in chat and he's like, hey, where you going? Why'd you run off, buddy? We had a little chit chat about that. I didn't leak any of it though, because at the time I'd had enough friggin' trouble with Fifth Column. I wasn't about to start some kind of secondary war. Oh wow, yeah. Hit the old refresh button. Anyways, what that rotation does is every time you interact with a block, place a block, break a block, or place an object down, like a torch, take a look at the pattern on the grass when I place this torch down. Bloop! 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 Every time you interact with a block, it shifts and changes to something completely random. So, if you have this mod, and once again, it's important for you to make sure you have the mod menu, which is another mod, and you have no texture rotations. You have to go to the settings and you have to configure it and enable it and make sure that it's actually on, or else it doesn't do anything. But if you do all of that and you don't show bedrock, as it stands now, you are safe. Now, this applies to places that are outside of 100K, or to be safer, I'd say outside of 250K. But anywhere in between that area, there are other means of people tracking you down. There is a sign repository where somebody took a world download of every single sign that's been placed on the server, and I think the sign repository is within 100K though. And if you stop to read a sign, like most people that are base hunting or, you know, just messing around looking for stuff, and they see a sign, people stop and read it, right? Well, if you stop and read the sign on stream, somebody can go to that website. I don't remember the exact name of it. It was my friend Aplexia that told me about it while I was streaming, because somebody hunted me down in the middle of nowhere, and I was baffled. I was like, how the hell did this person freaking find me? You know, and they were playing it cool like they were a magician, but my friend Aplexia was like, nope, they tracked you down using this. And I went over and I looked at it myself. I was like, no shit. You type in a name or like the text on the sign. Like, say I read a sign right here that says like, you know, I Tristan was here on this date, you know, eat a butthole or whatever, you know, 2B stuff. You type in the words exactly as they're written onto the sign repository search thing, and it will track down that sign, and it will give you the exact coordinates wherever that sign is. You know, even if there are multiple signs, it'll, you know, like a Cody Smile sign, you know, 100 billion will pop up as long as it has that particular wording on it. I know I'm telling you guys, a lot of you, stuff that you already know, but if you don't know, it's a good thing for you to know. I was doing a scavenger hunt stream back in, I'm gonna conservatively say early 2023, and I think it's lit up enough. I was out looking for the scavenger hunts that I did were I would look for the rarest items that you could find on 2B, but all within 100K of spawn. it was like a flea market bargain bin base hunting thing where I would find small bases that people built a long time ago. It's one of my favorite things to do. Anyways, I'm over there minding my own business. I'm probably, I would say, I don't know, 70, 80, 90k away from spawn. A good distance, right? And freaking out of nowhere, I might as well. Spoiler alert. A player named Maxi Taxi flew out of friggin' nowhere and came over and crystalled me out of nowhere. Like, I'm in the middle of nowhere, dude. And, like, I actually turned off my screen altogether and just did, like, close-up thing on the stream. So there's no way that the person could have, like, traced my direction and, like, followed where I went. Because that's how some people do it sometimes, too. I was just dumbfounded. I was like, how in the hell did this dude find me? Blew my mind until Applex was like, yeah. You read a bunch of signs over at that base. Him and his Jamba Juice cohort, Al Q, teamed up, started doing a quick search of every sign that I read, and then Maxie would fly over there as quick as he could and crystal the fuck out of me. And, you know, I wasn't even mad. I was impressed, you know. I was like, holy crap, dude. Even knowing how that tool works, getting over there quick enough to be able to take me by surprise and then killing my ass in the process, it was impressive. Small bit of terrain can make it easy to find, yeah. Pro Atlas Hunter, oh boy. Just got back, I never said that. I don't believe you. Yeah. I spoke to her yesterday. Briefly. She's doing okay. Yeah, Apex is one of my favorites. Can't find anything else. Oh boy. So, it's kind of lit up over here. Lit up enough, I would say. I'm gonna get rid of these trees, and I'm gonna flatten this area out. And I guess I'm in a position where I can make a basement. Oh my god, is this one of those frickin' pain in the ass trees? No? Okay, good. It's just a leaf clusterfuck. It looks like I can make like a cool underground bat cave area on whatever it is I end up building, so. Stream sniped a few people using that. Never had bad intentions. Yeah, I know. I mean, getting stream sniped sucks, especially like when you have like sometimes I'll have a bunch of shulkers on me and like you lose all the stuff and that sucks. But then sometimes your respawn point is pretty far away, so when you die it takes like forever for you to get back over there. I know for me, whenever I get sniped on stream, it sucks because I'll have to go back over to where I started, assuming that I have a respawn over there, or a respawn anchor, or a bed, or whatever. I have to get over there, I have to remake all of the shulkers, and remake all the signs, and remake all of the stuff. It's a pain. But, you know, I am also well aware of the server that I'm playing on, so I try not to carry on and complain about it too much, you know. I'm not playing on, you know, the Jimbo SMP, right? It's the 2B server. You should expect to get griefed. You should expect to get beat up and bullied and murdered randomly. All of that stuff I'm fine with. I mean, it sucks at the time, and I'm usually never thrilled about it, but, you know, life goes on. There is some stuff that I'm never okay with, and that's stuff that involves, like, outside 2B2T stuff. If you're part of a griefing group and, like, your core idea is to, like, you know, dox and SWAT people and shit, that's not a part of fucking 2B culture, man. It never has been, it never will be. That's just vile criminal behavior. Hybridius just giving me freaking war flashbacks over here. Did you crystal that tree? That's how it's done, boys. Who needs an axe, right? Hey, Bridius out here crystalling trees. Do you need an axe, my dude? I've got a few spares. Oh, man. Tell me you have too many crystals, and without telling me you have too many crystals. I don't know how big of an area I'm gonna need. Mainly because I don't even know what I'm building yet. Who's No? I don't know. No Name? I don't know. No Name 2B2T. He's some other dude. He hasn't been around in a while either. He's like a old chat friend. Would show up in chat and cause a ruckus. I have spoken to him a few times in chat, but not like... I don't think he's on Discord, just to be honest. Yeah, they're pretty chill. They're, you know, mainly just messing around in chat to be silly. No playing Hunter from Fart Clan. No playing? I've never heard that name before. No playing is a streamer? I feel bad not knowing them. I will check them out. Hey, Zeebs made it. Wow, did Zeebs take the long way? I might maybe DM someone. Crystal deforestation. Hey, Zeebs. What's up? Good to see you, man. You guys might not know this, but Zeebs is the only other person to solve the mysterious 2B2T riddle in the search for Pop Bob's secret gold. Now, I'd like to say that Zeebs borrowed from a lot of the stuff that I did on stream, but to be fair, a lot of the stuff that I did on stream I got from other people. Oh, excuse me. One of those people being Pale Blue Zebra themselves, so. If anything, I say that maybe I borrowed a lot from them. And it's funny because there is a secret Discord server that only 2 people, myself and Zebra, have found. It is a very exclusive club, the people that have found the riddle for Pop Bob's gold. Which, from what I understand, is to be continued sometime in the future. So, stay tuned, fellow fans of people streaming going insane. Zodiac Killer type obscure puzzles. Why are you replanting over here? I'm trying to get rid of these trees. I'll use this area as my little spot here. Okay, I've got to flatten a little bit too. Okay, I'm gonna let you do that, man. I don't even want to go close to you. Catch some friendly fire. It was a team effort. I agree. It was wild, man. I'm not ashamed to admit that I was. What do you have? That a slice of snow? I didn't know they could pick those up. It is. It's a tiny little snow slice. Eject my junk collection here. Keep the dirt. The saplings. Keep the oak just in case. Okay. I think I want to go down to this level right here. Oh, bonus. Okay, I'll take it. Let me squirrel it away in my random shulker here. Wow, how old is this shulker box? GTX rockets, baby. I've had that thing kicking around for over a year now. Holy crap. GTX. I don't remember if it was the best base or not, but one thing I know 100% for certain is that it was the most well-advertised base. Stop planting the saplings. There were so many map arts for that base. Like, I'm not exaggerating, or you know, as much as I love to exaggerate, don't get me wrong, but I'm not exaggerating when I say that there's probably 12 different map arts for GT10. Should have a shovel here. I think I'll use this Y level right here. Huh. Good example of the texture rotation freaking out. There is a version of the texture rotation mod that, you know, I was trying to be extra safe, but I trust Mr. Fresh. There is a stable random setting that does a random seed without it flashing. So every time you go into a new chunk, it randomizes all of the stuff, so you don't end up with the weird strobe effect. Someone can track my chords now, and it's going to be solely on Mr. Fresh. I'll send a sternly worded email to him. I still don't know what I'm going to build. I'm thinking a tower. This seems like a very vertical kind of base. Somebody showing off their nuker. Don't show off your nuker in public. People get arrested for that kind of stuff. the one high or the one deep dirt floor over here. Quality stuff. Okay, I'll extend it a little bit. Okay. I think that this is enough of a spot to work with. Actually, let me fill in this spot, because then it'll increase our square footage a little bit. Other things to consider if you are streaming a base or even just taking a video of a base, other things to consider are making sure that you don't have, and this is what got me, I might as well tell you about my folly so you don't make the same mistake Mr. Roster did. Auto disconnect. A lot of auto disconnect on clients display your coordinates when you disconnect. So some rabble rousers had shown up, which, by the way, there were people that already had cords, and they kind of half jokingly were dropping crystals around me and blowing stuff up without actually blowing me up. You know, haha, very funny. But it ended up auto-logging me. It triggered my auto-log, and the last part of my coordinates popped up, and I was like, ah, crap. I hate when zombies pick up my shulkers. No kidding. Because then it's like you go into, you know, overdrive to make sure that you run over and kill them as quick as you can because you think it's going to go away forever. Your gap shulker, yeah, obviously. GTX was Firecats. Was it? Ugh, man, I never remember the numbers. I'm terrible at that. I think 6 was the first really, really big one. And then 7, there were 2 bases. Where, like, new people were sent over to one base, and then established members were sent over to the other base. It was like a whole thing. And then 8 was another big one. I think 10 was the one that had the Enigma sound machine. If you guys don't know who Enigma is, Enigma's a 2B player, obviously, but she does a lot of stuff with the Highway Workers Union, and she is, to my knowledge, she is the best sound machine creator on the server. She made a sound machine at one of the GTs that played that that song by The Outfield. It's like my favorite jam. I don't want to put it on because I'll get demonetized. Oh, wait a minute. Iowa's here. Iowa. What is up, dude? Do you want to see a trailer for the movie I'm in? Yes! I absolutely do. Oh, it's on Facebook. Is there a YouTube link? I mean, for obvious reasons, I can't put my, I can't click a Facebook link on here. If you can find it on YouTube, I'll put it on right here on the stream. In case you guys didn't know, our homeboy, Iowa Sound, is going to be famous pretty soon, because they are in a feature-length movie that's going to be coming out soon. I can log out. Okay. I will test it. I'm always nervous about these kinds of things. Nope. Let's do this. Okay. I'm going to test it. There's no way to do... What's the shortcut for an incognito tab in Firefox? Anybody know? It's Control-Shift-N for Chrome. Don't ask me why I know that. New private window. There we go. This content isn't available right now. When this happens, it's usually because the owner only shared it with a small group of people. Change who can see it, or it's been deleted. Sorry, Iowa, no good. I'm hitting a brick wall. Ah, Twisted is a Shrek! Ace of Spades, what's up? First time chat, best time chat. I appreciate you coming out. Hope you're having a good Thursday. You a 2B player, or did you just find me randomly? Yeah, that's what I got too, Zeebs. Alt F4, that should open it up. Alt F4 didn't work. Download a different browser like WaterFox. Oh! Here we got a new one. Let me try this one. I downloaded Firefox out of necessity, right? Because I didn't want to have to keep logging in and out of Chrome. Because when I did the karaoke thing, I would pull up the YouTube videos, and I didn't, you know, my Chrome has like my name and my face and like all sorts of personal data on it. So I'm like, let me download Firefox, because it's kind of like a, if it's just Firefox and I never log into it, right, it'll be fine. But as I've been using it for semi-anonymous browsing, I've come to realize that Firefox might have actually become better than Chrome. If you can believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, the official teaser trailer. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, we got it. Hold on. This is going to take me a minute, guys, because I'm really bad with everything. Picture-in-picture. I want to maximize it. There we go. Oh, baby. Oh, we got sound. Hold on. Let me pause it. I got to restart it. Oh, why is it doing this? I don't want picture-in-picture mode. No, that's not the right one. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, let me try it again. Starting over. Enlarge. I think I can just click on the thing. Why is it not? Is it okay if people see the name that's on the page here that it's on? Because the people are going to see the name of who posted the reel. As long as that's okay, then I can pull it up here. I should be able to, at least. It's fine? Cool. Okay. Let's try this again. Now, if I did this right, I should be able to open this. Oh, there it is. Okay, here we go. Let's go. You guys will let me know if you see any of my random private info pop up. I'm the kind of dude that would have like my social security number show up in the middle of the thing and all this other crap. The Desperate 2026. Here we go, guys. And I tried enlarging it. If I try to enlarge it again, I'm going to screw everything up. So here we go.
That's why we're a good couple. We're like Bonnie and Clyde.
As long as we don't end up like them.
Are you looking for salvation?
I'm I'm here to make a donation.
Joel, wait!
Principal Dan, what's it called black? Boss, it's coming up on 3. Do you need me to pick up Hannah again?
Hey,
Whoa.
I want you to pay real close attention, alright?
We are living a life of debt and desperation.
Why don't you make a phone call?
Emma, we gotta go! We gotta go right now! Hometown? Seriously? Have you seen my life as of late?
Yeah, I gave you $50,000. Now I'm gonna take 50 on top.
It's Hector!
Okay, that was pretty cool, man. I don't know who made that trailer, but that is hype. That was cool, man. That is exciting. Let me turn the sound down just a hair, and maybe I can remute it. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me mute it, and let me try to find... Because I saw you in there. Oh, it's not letting me search now. Starting over. If I do baby screen, I can search a little better here. We're looking for 58. The hallway shot. Is that me dying? Could you not kill me? Please, good sir? Now, how do we zoom in? Oh man, it restarted it again. Dude, Facebook has the worst freaking media player on the planet. Holy crap. Let's go to the Zoom. What's the Zoom shortcut? Yes, enhance! We're in the right spot, right? You said 58 seconds. Is that it? Is that the spot? There it is. Dressed in dark, hard to see. This person right here. Oh. These pop-ups, my God. Control scroll. Yeah, that's right. Can I get rid of this freaking thing? Get out of here. Dude, nobody wants Facebook. Stop trying to make Facebook happen. Looks like that's as close as I can get. Maybe I can play it for another couple seconds. Not quite. I think that's probably our best shot right there. There you go, guys. There's our pal Iowa off in the darkness. Like, for real, dude, I'm not even teasing. Man, that's freaking, that's like really cool. Being able to pull up a movie trailer and being like, yep, there I am right there. Awesome stuff, man. I'm excited. Is it going to have like a theatrical release in the whole 9? Because if it has a theatrical release and everything, I will be there. All right. We'll probably be here. Excuse me, good sir. I'm the man in the box. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That is really cool, though. I was in a movie in the late 90s. I was an extra. Do you guys know a movie from the, I think, very late 90s? It was it was at a point where, oh, turtle helmet, sweet. Oh, hold on. It was at a point where movies were still released on VHS. It was a movie called The Boondock Saints. Had like Sean Patrick Flannery and Norman Reedus. Willem Dafoe was in it. And a handful of others. You're not 30? Oh, that's your first problem right there. Yeah, Boondock Saints. I got to meet the cast, and I was an extra in the, if you're familiar with the movie, it's in the church scene towards the beginning. It was filmed at an actual church over in Boston, and the church scene at the beginning, you know, with the big cross, and people stand, they say the Lord's Prayer, and the dude starts talking about some kind of random sermon, and they walk up front while everybody else is just standing there, and they like say some prayer over at the cross and then walk off. Yeah. So I was an extra in that scene. You can see the side of my face, but I mean, like, A, all you can see is the side of my head, and B, you know, it was when I was 17, I think, so you probably wouldn't be able to recognize it. But I got to meet the cast, and I got to meet some of the other people, like at an after party. Sean Patrick Flannery was kind of cool. Norman Reedus was like the nicest freaking guy. I asked him about the tattoo on his neck, and he's like, "Oh, did you get a copy of the script?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, you know me, hotshot actor. Of course I got a copy of the script." No, but he told me all about it, and the Verita Equita tattoo stuff on their hands and everything. It was very cool. I went to an after party with them afterwards, but, you know, I was just kind of a face in the crowd at that point. The guy that directed it was from the town that I grew up in. The guy that directed it, his younger brother was my best friend in high school, which is how I ended up going over to be an extra in it and stuff. And I saw Willem Dafoe. He didn't have any scenes that day, so I didn't get to, like, you know, meet him face to face, but he was over at the after party and stuff. Somebody that I did meet at the after party that was really freaking cool, and this is probably for the old people, right? I'm not sure that the young folk would remember it, but back in the, I'm going to say, late 70s, 80s, and 90s, and early 2000s, right? Every single time there was a movie trailer, there was a voiceover, and it was in every single trailer there was a voiceover, and it was always the same voice. One man in a world where nothing makes sense anymore. That guy, right? It was the same guy that did all of those in the 80s and 90s and 2000s. I actually had a chance to meet that guy, and of course he he passed away somewhere in the 2000s, I think, which is the main reason that they don't do those kinds of trailers anymore, because the dude died, and, you know, nobody else is going to be able to take his place, you know, because he's like the guy. Anyways, yeah, that was my big fun trip. I got to be in the Boondock Saints movie. At the time, it was just some like low budget throw together type movie that I say low budget. At the time, Norman Reedus was an unknown actor. Sean Patrick Flannery had just come off of a movie called Powder that was semi popular in the 90s. Willem Dafoe, everybody knew as a great actor, but he hadn't had any of like his mega iconic roles yet. But all of those people got into it mainly because of them just reading the script and thinking that it was cool and taking a shot on it, right? Obviously, these aren't the kind of people that were getting paid big bucks for something like this. But yeah, it was fun. It was cool. And I came from a pretty small town in the great state of New Hampshire. So being at a place that was filming over in Boston was a very cool experience. And then, of course, you know, years later, Norman Reedus went on to do a whole bunch of shit. And most people know him from, like, The Walking Dead at this point. But he had a bunch of roles after that. So Boondock Saints was kind of his, like, first big role. And the director of that movie, he could have gone on to be, like, the next Quentin Tarantino. That's what somebody said. Because I was there when they were filming the documentary, which was supposed to be a good documentary. Like, hey, check out how cool this guy is. But it ended up being like a, never mind, this guy turned out to be a dick documentary. So I've got to cut this off right here, I think. Does that look symmetrical? Yeah, it does. Okay. Really? No kidding. Small world, huh? A fellow Granite Stater. Live free or die, baby. Yep. Born and raised. High school that I went to was near the seacoast. I was class of 2001. I think I got a few years on you, Magnacore. Holy shit, it's Trap House Corn Dog. Holy shit, man. How have you been? Dude, I haven't seen you in forever. Trap House Corn Dog used to make the 2B chat a bunch of fun back in the day. Always fun to see a familiar face, man. I hope you're doing well, Trap House. More central? Right. So, like, Keene and Londonderry, maybe Manchester type area. Central New Hampshire. It's gotta be Keene. It's the only place in central New Hampshire. Yeah, no, but I've moved all over the place, man. I lived in... I spent most of my life in New Hampshire. First, like, 18 years of my life in New Hampshire. And then I lived in Florida for 5 years. And I lived in Michigan for 2 years. And then I lived in Florida for another 3 or 4 years. Then I lived in New Hampshire again for 8 years. Then I lived in Austin, Texas for the next 2 or 3 years. Now I live in Oregon. Okay, from the spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow, that's auspicious. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Blammo. Yeah, I should show you guys war-torn Portland, man. It's a nightmare out here, dude. There's fires in the street. Oh my god. I can't even leave my house. If I knew that enough people would be into it, I would totally go over to Portland just to do or the downtown Portland area just to do a live stream to show you guys how, like, not war-torn it is. There are people that are legitimately being like, you know, I'm just making sure that you're okay over in, like, the freaking war zone, but, like, you know, being serious about it. And I'm like, it's not. I was literally there, you know, with my kids walking through downtown the other day. It was nice. It was very pleasant. There's literally nothing like that going on. It's horrifying that that narrative's been built, though. Concord, yeah. Mrs. Ross used to work in Epsom, which is right outside of Concord. You're Allenstown, home of the old Bear Brook murders. Okay, I'm starting to get an idea of what I'm gonna make. I have a concept of an idea. Filling this in so I can take a look at it from above and make sure this is what I want to do. So far, I think that this is what I'm going to go for. But I think that eventually I'll be using patterns on this level. But I never know what I'm building until I start building it. And then it all starts kind of coming together. Yes. Nether bricks are one of, if not my favorite blocks to build with. People say they look dull, but I think that if you're looking at nether bricks in your head, you're kind of thinking of the nether fortresses. And the nether fortresses are just a giant maroon iceberg of shit. So, you know, that's understandable. But as an accent piece, I think it's perfect because it can look dark and foreboding, or it can look kind of natural. It goes with things that go with maroon, but it also goes with things that go with purple. Look at that. Amateur hour. Okay. So my idea is to make a house or a tower where all of the different levels have a different material. And it's similar to a build that I saw at the Trading Post. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the old Trading Post build. That one's on the archive too. But it was one of the coolest builds that had a giant tower, but each floor was rotated. Like, picture one that was kind of looks like this, right? Except each floor was rotated one block, so it looked like this giant, like, weird, almost spiral type tower. It was very rad. I was gonna make this glass on the outside, but I think that if I'm going to make these accents so bold in the tower, that I will need to instead use the same material. I think that that will help with the contrast, and it will help make it seem distinct from a distance. It might look a little yucky up close, but I'm assuming most people are going to see it in the background, so. Concept. I have a concept of a plan. And then later on, when I'm designing the interior, I can always cut out areas that I don't need or that I think look stupid. But instead of rotating one block, I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to... Instead of rotating one block, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to alternate the diamond shape back and forth. So like diamond shape this way, and then the opposite way, and so on all the way up. So it'll have like a cool double diamond star effect from above, but it'll all be different materials. I don't know. I'm figuring it out as I go here, so. All just puzzling it out as we go. This base has been up for I think about a month now, and I haven't really built at it. And that's mainly because I spent the last month or so getting over to other builds and other projects, and I know that Mr. Loco had the Oktoberfest thing going. It should be 3. Okay. Do I make a roof? No. No way. Absolutely not. Okay. Next layer. I'm thinking pale oak planks. I don't know if this turtle helmet was a gift, Hybridius. If it's not a gift, I've kind of stolen it from you. If it was a gift, thank you. Okay. And now I've got to make the same pattern at the crossing point here. It's got to be 5 blocks up. Wait a minute. Building it that way, I've got to build it this way, I think. How's this gonna work? Hold on. 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 Okay. I've got to go down diagonal. This way. These directions. So, like this. No, because if I build out this way, it's going to go too far out. It's not supposed to go that far out. It's supposed to intersect. Supposed to... I promise I know what I'm doing, guys. JK, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm figuring it out. Anyone doing a Halloween build? Funny you should ask that. Magnacore, the Halloween builds are easily, hands down, the #1 most popular base build on 2B. Halloween comes around and there's like, you know, 20 different bases going on. Okay, so this is going to connect with the same block on the other side. Crap, I'm gonna have to build the base out a little bit, I think. This is why we save the dirt. Oh, that's cool, guys. Zebra's got cookies. Awesome. Okay. Watching roster fumble live. That's why when I do build, it's usually in private because I never know what I'm actually building. And I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. I'm not some kind of hater, but I just... building with schematics is just not for me. I understand, like, if you make it in creative and then you build it with schematics on 2B, that makes perfect sense, right? It's obviously the smart way to do it. So it's got to cut down, and this one's got to cut down too. Yo, it's Tully Bob. Best sub you'll ever have, Tully Bob. You have my promise. It's a satisfaction guaranteed. Hope you're having a good Tuesday, man. We're having a very chill building stream over at Exodus. When I look back on this stream, I can be like, yep, that was back when we were the Silver Lining. No, we still haven't voted. It could still end up being the Silver Lining. There are other names getting juggled around at this point, though, so who knows? Okay. This isn't right because this is outside of the thing. I should, in theory, just be able to rotate this bitch like that and have all of these line up the same way. This goes down at an angle as a square. This, would this just be an actual square? Oh my god, I can't possibly be that stupid, right? It's not possible for me to be that dumb. I wanted to bring it up because I stumbled across the remains of one from 2023. Oh, yeah. Nice. Good score. Oh my god, guys. I am actually that dumb. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. I'm gonna have to edit this out, the VOD. Why can't I build a diamond that goes in the opposite direction of a fucking diamond, guys? I'm rhombus challenged over here. Stupid. Agent Gadget, welcome to the squad roster, homie. Welcome to the team. Love having new members. Hope you're having a good Tuesday or Thursday. I normally stream on Tuesdays. This is, like I said before, one of my first times streaming on a Thursday. And it's starting to get late over here, so I might be sundowning. Guys, how do you build the opposite of a diamond? I'll never know. Guys, I screwed this up. I think I screwed this up. Yeah, damn it. Did I? No, maybe I didn't. Oh my god. I'm a mess. I see what... Okay, never mind. I got it back. Haha, just kidding. Making sure everybody's on their toes. El Luque, what's up, homie? Hope you're having a good day, my dude. I think it's called a square. Yeah, exactly. Thanks. What's up? I was scrolling Twitch homepage, see your tracers. I'm like, the fuck? Oh, 2B2T. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I try to... When I started playing 2B, I was straight vanilla all the way across the board, but I found out pretty quick that if you're going to play legitimately, you need to have the goods. Yeah, it's not your average 2B experience. Normally when I do streaming, it's in the danger zone. But today, it is a nice chill stream. Did a tour of this base, Exodus, a base by the Silver Lining. It is an active base. It's kind of a baby base. It's only been around for a little bit, but some of the builds are pretty radical. I use Meteor and Rusher primarily, but I also use a few cool super secret ones. And I use oh, why did I get rid of that? Oh, I'll switch to regular grass so I don't think that it's part of the build. Okay, I know what you're thinking, and I'm gonna do it now. It's not because I'm an idiot. It's just because... Oh, that's why. we need a better scaffold. Yeah, I use a few other add-ons here and there. The one I can tell you about is it's called Stardust. It is an add-on for Meteor, and it is fantastic. If you're looking for something better than worst, Meteor is free, and it has everything that you could possibly need. If you're playing on 2B, you kind of need Rusher for the E-Fly, because, you know, you can't get around from place to place with without E-Fly. And even Bouncy Fly, which is kind of garbage, it's still easily the fastest method of travel right now. And Rusher E-Fly, I think it used to work, and I think it does work still, kind of, but not really. The latest update kind of borked it, so. I would use Meteor if I were you. The Stardust add-on for Meteor adds all of this stuff. The best one on the 2B server is Ad Blocker. What a godsend this is. It is so good. The Ad Blocker thing, basically 2B is unreadable without it. Now I can get all of my racism and misogyny firsthand without a whole bunch of ads in between. It's great. What client am I using? I'm using Meteor and Rusher and a few other private boys. First time chat, best time chat. Appreciate you coming by. KSI Matrix Jr. That's what it is, okay. Does 2B try to stop hack clients? Nah, they don't care, whatever. KSI Matrix, welcome to the squad roster. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate your patronage. Yeah, they don't care. I mean, using hacked clients is kind of the only no-rule part of the server that still remains from the... I mean, certainly not the good old days, because there was nothing really good about those days. It was like, yeah, bring back the good old days of, you know, doxing and CP. That was 2B at its finest, baby. The scaffolding isn't great, but I'm sure that I can at least make it a little better. I don't like going to 3, but I guess I can try it. Nope, 3 isn't working either. Why is scaffold so shitty now? What happened? Yes. I guess I should say that using hacked clients is not something that most servers are okay with. They are okay to use on this server, so if you're on 2B, feel free to use it. If you're not, then I would recommend not using it. That's me just covering the bases so I don't end up getting Paul-Steved. If you know what I mean. You should. It is the server that has the longest history, and this might sound dumb, but follow me on this. It has the most value to build on. Partly because of its age, but partly because of its history and the other people that build here and stuff. Building on a server is, you know, all fine and well, right? But there are some servers that not many people go to, and there are some servers that don't exist for very long. this is a server that's, you know, older than some of the people that play on it, so it's been around for so long and it's seen so much history and it's still the same world and the same seed. If you're going to go out of your way and take your time to build something really big and cool and special, then why not do it on a server where it actually like has some more value to it? It actually matters more. I know that sounds dumb, but that's how I feel. Which one are you in the church scene? Okay, in the church scene, Iowa, as it's moving forward, you will see a dude in a black collarless shirt with a freakishly bald head, right? That's my friend. That's the brother of the director. I am the dude in the white dress shirt next to him. I have kind of shortish hair. When they're walking up, it pans over to the priest guy for just a second and then goes back over. Somewhere before or after that, I'm on the right-hand side. Like I said, look for the big, giant, bald head. I'm the dude next to him, closer to the aisle. You can only see the side of my head, but I mean, you know, there's enough notable marks and such for me to be able to tell you that it's me for sure. And this is, you know, before camera phones and stuff, so I don't have a whole bunch of fancy stuff. How do I get a turtle shell? Good question. You have to talk to Hybridius, IGN iTwistin, and he gives you one. Nah, for real though, to get a turtle helmet, you need to find a bunch of turtles, let them lay eggs. The baby turtles grow up into big boy turtles, and when they do, they drop an item called a scoot. S-C-U-T-E. Yeah, what Hybridius is saying there. They drop a scoot, and that scoot is used to form a helmet. Okay. Next layer. Ooh. Let's do resin blocks. How many do I need? About that many. Use dirt to bridge up. Oh, nope, this is going to be my first block. There we go. Yeah, so if you're trying to find a fun new server to play on, to answer your question, it's not that hard to escape from spawn. It really isn't. That's not me being like a hotshot. I'm really bad at Minecraft, like really not good at the game, and I can get out of spawn pretty easy. You build something massive, wouldn't it probably just get griefed? It would, and it does. But that is part of what's so great about the server. Not to get wishy-washy with you guys again, but it's part of what makes building worth it. So kind of back to what I was saying before about how it's like, you know, building on the server is like has more value to it, is the way I worded it before. Every build that you make also has more value to it, because every build that you make, you know it's not going to last. It's there for a bit and then it's gone. So the more elaborate that you make your build and the more time that you put into it, the more value that it has, because you know that it's not going to last. You know it's not going to stick around. And someone's eventually going to show up and blow it up. So being able to say that you went out of your way and you know, put in the amount of effort needed to make this tremendous build, and you did so on a server where it's probably the most difficult to build of any server, really adds to the awesomeness of it. And yes, it will get griefed. It's a guarantee. But it being a temporary thing is kind of special in its own way. Because knowing that it's not going to last forever and it's kind of just going to go back into the ground, you know, part of the cycle, it makes you appreciate them more. Some of my favorite builds, correction, all of my favorite builds are now piles of rubble and they don't exist anymore. But that is what the server is. That's what you sign up for. You kidding me right now, skeleton? Yeah, burn, baby. And knowing that it won't be there forever. Oh my god, you fucking are the worst. Knowing that it's not going to be there forever is part of what makes it so great. The temporary nature of the server. So people use all of these blocks, right? They make these big giant bases, these big huge structures everywhere, and they do so knowing that it's going to turn into a pile of rubble, and all those materials are going to be gone. All those resources are going to be lost. So what's the point? Well, the point is to say that it was there, to say that you made it, say that you know, threw something up on the old person server, the Anarchy server. What is it that the FitMC fella says? Oldest this and that, Anarchy server. Some of, if not the, nicest and coolest people that I've ever met, I met right here on this server. And if you see anybody streaming Tubi, they're all pretty cool as well. The Tubi streaming community, you know, gets along really well with one another. I mention that like every stream, but there's no like weird infighting or like unspoken competition or any of that other crap. Everybody is always kind to each other, helping each other out, promoting each other's channels and stuff. It's for a toxic server, it is like the least toxic place around. And you know, you're always gonna get the edgelords in chat and the 14-year-olds, you know, that think it's like really the next cool thing to say the N-word a whole bunch because their parents aren't around. But that's part of what makes the server what it is. You get the general idea. It was short. I used to have short hair. Very, very, very short. I didn't grow my hair out until I was in my early 20s or so. No, I don't pay attention to chat. You gotta hold up some numbers for me so I know how I'm doing. No, I don't pay nearly enough attention to the chat. I'm so bad about that. It is something that I desperately need to work on and improve. So I think it would look cooler if I kept doing the alternate diagonals, but honest to God, I think it's going to look too much like that other build over at the trading post, and I don't want to like completely copy that. I'm gonna have to rebuild that second layer too. Crap. Well, I'll do that in a minute. Let me finish what I'm doing here. I haven't decided if I want floors yet. We'll wait and see. I think that the floors are going to obscure so much of this that it's going to make it less cool. We'll wait and see, though. So I don't know what I'm building until I build it, but on top of that, I also don't know, or I also change my mind a whole bunch while I'm making it. Finish this, then I'll go back and redo that pale oak section, and then I'll take another look from above. Then we can try to piece all of this together. Yes! You'd be a good, detective. So, I got the brand new Google Pixel, and it's just because, my kids broke. And so I called up and they're like, oh, you don't have a warranty. I'm like, bitch, I've been paying for a warranty for all these phones every month for like years. What the hell? They're like, no, you don't have a warranty. I'm looking right at it. And then I pulled up my account and everything else. And I'm like, okay. It turns out I have a warranty on everybody's phone except for his for some reason or another. 6 out of 7. That's almost a perfect score. 3 out of 10. Oh, come on. I'll win you guys over yet. I will win you over. I have a plan, Arthur. Just need more time. Okay. So that is the resin layer. Where'd the rest of the bricks go? That's weird. Oh. Oh, because I had to do the floor. Okay, that makes sense. Can I do it? I think I can do it from the ground here. No, I definitely can't. Damn it. The very, very, very slow and painful process of me building stuff. I can't quite reach it from there. Oh. Oh, okay. Huh. I don't know why I didn't figure that out at first. It's like me trying to make a fucking reverse diamond. Mr. Rasta, dude. I got a great idea for this build, but first, I need to know, how do you make a reverse diamond? What's that meme with the, who is it? Julia Roberts looking lady? Julia Roberts with all the numbers floating by their head. That's me trying to figure out how to make a reverse diamond. I will win you guys over yet. I'll win you over. The peanut gallery over there. Anyways, dude was like, you don't have a warranty, but you have a free upgrade that you can get. And I'm like, well, I'm not paying for it monthly or whatever. I'm like, nope, free upgrade, no strings attached kind of crap. So I'm like, all right, fine. My first new phone in like, I think like 8 years or something like that. I'm one of those use the phone till it doesn't work anymore kind of folk. That's just the way that it is. Rotating spiral going up, but not rotating, only rotating half or 90 degrees each time. If I rotated it by a little bit, it would be a rip-off of that other build over at the trading center, so, or the trade Trading outpost. Yeah, no, it wasn't super short. It was like a couple inches or whatever. I'm not the bald one. I'm the one next to the bald one. Take care, Iowa. It was cool seeing your trailer, man. Name of that Pop Bob Hunt thing. Oh. The Hunt for Pop Bob's Gold, I think. I don't know. That's not what it's actually called. That's just... I was the only one that did it on stream, so I got to name it. In my mind, it gave me naming rights. A Scooby-Doo sandwich. Dude, don't make me pivot. I might do it. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to do floors yet or not. I haven't decided yet. T-Black says first. Thank you for coming out, T-Black. Hope you've been doing well. Hope you're having a good Thursday. It's kind of funny when someone says, I hope you're having a good, and then inserts a day of the week that isn't like Friday. You can't help but come off as, you know, facetious when you say it. Like, oh yeah, no man, my freaking Tuesday is great. Thanks for asking. What a fantastic Tuesday I'm having. Monday light. That's what my buddy Corinne calls Thursday, calls it Friday light, I think. Diet Friday in training. I must have not subscribed to, I must not have the bell on the thing. I ended up missing a lot of people's streams lately because like I was just saying, I ended up switching phones and I didn't realize that I was logged out of my Twitch account on my new phone. You know, because when you get a new phone, you have to log back into everything. And I got login fatigue after logging back into like 30 different apps. I'm like, all right, whatever. That's good enough. And then I didn't log into Twitch. I failed so many people. My score's improved. 3 out of 9. Has character, needs work. Well, you see, you just took the last number down. I mean, I guess that makes it better. Hold Q while looking at lava. Holy shit, dude, you know the lava dupe? I try not to mention the lava dupe to anybody because too many people find out about it and the server admins will end up patching it. Decrom, speaking of awesome streamers, how you doing, Decrom? Decrom, one of my favorite 2B streamers. Rub a hot pocket on your face. What is that, the 2025 version of Doesn't Remind Me of Anything by Audioslave? Rub a hot pocket on your face. Sharpen a pencil until it's gone, 'cause it doesn't remind me of anything. Goes with the tune and everything. Like a block, I like it. Hank's lava dupe. Cactus dupe, also a good one. Cactus dupe, lava dupe, the Pop Bob sexual intercourse dupe, which is one of the most forbidden of all of the dupes. I got most of the stash that I have now through the Pop Bob sex dupe. It is a industry secret that we don't talk about. Blackstone. Maybe... Maybe I should change the black stone. Ugh. What a pain. Anybody needs to know how to organize your e-chest, go find someone else. My e-chest is a nightmare. I think I need cobblestone for this. It's cobblestone or wood now, I don't remember. Ah, it's wood. This is something stupid like smooth stone or something. Is it stone? I bet it's stone. Damn it. Damn it, God. Why must you give me your hardest challenges? Now I need more cobblestone. This is precisely why these builds always take me so long. Oh, I got a cookie. Sweet. I'll take it. You're gonna show me the dupe? Hold on. Let me get this started. If I don't get it started, I'm never gonna get it started. Okay. You're seeing it here first, gang. The Hybridius dupe method. How's it work? Oh, I've got to fly. Hold on. I don't even have my rockets on or anything. I'm coming. Okay, so you get 4 shulkers of lava. Step 1. Step 2, you find a little pocket of lava. Step 3, put them in and then cover it up with obsidian. Then you have to fly out of the chunk. Hold on, it might not have worked because I was over in the chunk. Oh, come on. Dude, these leaves are cheating. And now we come back over. And we have to break the block to find out? No. I think maybe you have to log out and then log back in. Anyways, it for sure works. Guaranteed. Semriz, first time chat, best time chat. Thank you for coming by. We're doing building over at a base right now. We're on the 2B2T server. Normally, normally I do stuff over near spawn in Spooky Town. But I already did my fun for the week over in the scary part of the server. Here we go, baby. So, this is a bonus stream where I get to hang out and relax over near the... over at a base. The Silver Lining base, Exodus. And I get to do some building. And that's always fun. Not having to worry about people blasting you at every fucking second of the day. It's a really, really nice alternative to my normal streams. Now it's gonna get patched. Oh yeah, okay. The Hybridius probably unwisely just showed everybody one of the dupes on the server. I'll have to edit my VOD before I put it up again, or else that shit's gonna get patched. Oh, dumbass. Okay. Polished blackstone or blackstone bricks? The chiseled one I think looks doofy. What do you guys think? Bricks, polished. They both have their own pros and cons. Refusing to use the crafting recipe book. That is how I roll, man. Sharkbait rod. Polished all day, easy. I don't know why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's just silly. So far, my build looks like a Scooby-Doo sandwich, according to the peanut gallery over here, so... I have to step up my game. Come on. Okay, so... This goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, so the top block is 5. This is not the final form either, so give it some time. It'll start coming together. It's the building process, like I said, is very slow and deliberate. I will get there though, all in due time. Ah, vomit! Okay, I actually didn't mean to do it that time. Cool underground views, but I better stop before I hit bedrock. Anybody that's been around for a bit can remember the reason why you're not allowed to show bedrock. Why is it that we don't show bedrock when we're streaming at bases? Because bedrock has a specific pattern on every seed that can be traced. And no amount of obfuscating and rotating can fix the pattern of bedrock. So bedrock pattern, even a small little chunk of it, is enough to potentially bork your base. You don't want your base borked unless you're paying for it. And then, you know, usually you've got to... My god, dude. I should go back to using a controller. Biggest mistake I ever made was learning how to use a keyboard. And really it was because I was too lazy to set up my controller, because the newest controllable update was janky for 1.19 and it didn't work as consistently as I would have wanted it to. So instead it's like bouncing back and forth and like connects then disconnects and connects then disconnects. So if I only have to move a little bit, I will just say F it and I will use a keyboard. And over time, very slowly using the keyboard commands, I eventually taught myself how to kind of play Minecraft with a keyboard. 1.19 is safe without rotations. Wait, you mean the blocks? I thought that the rotations could still be tracked in 1.19, block rotations. I know that the bedrock you can still track. So 2B2T was on a server, or sorry, a seed at one point, a public seed. So at any point in time, somebody could go to Chunk Base or a similar site and they could pick the seed in question and just track down all the stuff that they want to track down. You know, piece it all together and find random crap. But now, while the explored land, Bedrock, really? No kidding. That's news to me. Never mind, don't listen to anything I have to say, guys. I'm a dummy. No, but that's good to know, Dekram. Yes, and that's the part that I was getting towards, was that it's not a normal seed anymore. It's part of a patent pending custom generation where the chunks that you generate in a different way than they would normally do with like a predetermined seed. I don't know the specifics of it. It's way above my pay grade. So all I can tell you is, in general, there's no good way to trace stuff like that anymore. Which is great news for people that stream at bases. Now you just got to make sure that you hide your coordinates. And not just your normal coordinates, you have to hide your minimap coordinates. And the big one that I've seen people screw up on is they don't hide their coordinates on their Zero's world map. So they'll pull up the big version of the Zero's world map and it'll just have their coordinates on the bottom. A lot of times they won't even notice that they're doing it, so. Which is exactly why I'm not pulling up my Zero's map. Chances are the coordinates are right there in, you know, crystal clear, plain as day type stuff. Oh, hold on. Can I pin this? I can't. I can't pin the shout out. Shout out to Dekrom. You guys make sure that you follow him. One of my favorite 2B streamers. Dekrom does base hunting, stream shenanigans, bullying people with crystal PvP stuff. Normally in like a 5-on-1 type environment. At least from what I've seen. Why is the scaffolding so ass? I had a decent scaffolding setting at one point. There we go. The only problem is I've got to turn it off to get around corners, or else it'll just explode over on the thing. Still, it's got to be faster than the way I was doing it before. Yep, Dekram also has a pretty good selection of music. I used to say that about my homeboy Beardo when he went back to streaming again. He hasn't streamed in a while now, but back when he was streaming pretty regularly, dude would play music on his stream that was literally like song after song straight off of like a playlist that I would normally have. Almost managed to trick it, not quite though. Just turn it off and on, it's easier. I don't want to do too much of the back in my day crap for you guys, but what? Oh, right, yeah. I've got to click off of this scaffold every now and then because it eats your blocks for some reason. Block eater. It'll start counting up your blocks by 3 for seemingly no reason. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I probably lost like a ton of my blocks here in the process of building this stupid thing. Rookie mistake. Should be more than enough. Let's see if I can land on a one wide thing. The answer is yes! Ha 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 ha! That was big for me. Thank you for the cookie. It's really nice having somebody else make the cookies for a change. Oh, it's like a smart expand. Very cool. Okay, layer 4 finished. Let's fly up and have a look. Have a look-see. From the top, it's not super impressive. But I think... if from the top it's not super impressive, then I'm going to be banking a lot on the sides looking cool. I think I got to fill in these corners on the squares. Yeah, I think I gotta fill in the outside corners. I might have to make the floors. It doesn't look as cool as I would have wanted it to from above. Which means if I want it to be viewed from the side, I'm going to have to make it super tall. 5 bots, 1 cup. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, they're ranking me, Swish, and they're giving me pretty piss-poor scores on top of it. Maybe they've updated them again. 4 out of 9. Great lava dupe skills. Needs work still. I got a 0 from Zeebs. 6 out of 7 from Don Dubious. That's pretty good. You guys are the real heroes. You're the inspiration that I need to keep going. Okay. I have decided that I will fill in this area. Because initially, I was not going to fill in this area, right? And I was instead going to have the whole thing filled with water. I always try to include water in all of my builds, but I was going to have water. I was going to have water at the very top flowing down in... I'm pointing at the screen like a dummy. Floating down in these little corner sections right here. Water flowing down in all 4 of them, like all water sources, so it's like big, huge flowing water thing. But I don't know if that'll make up for all the other gaps and stuff. Nah, I changed my mind. The water thing's gonna look fucking cool. We're gonna sacrifice looking cool now for looking cool later. And it's gonna look so cool later. It's just gonna be a straight ass water stream all the way down, and because we built our whole thing on an aquifer over here, I can have the water stream all the way down underneath the build into the bat cave over here. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Yeah, that's what somebody said before. Hybridia said that it looks like a Scooby-Doo sandwich. Nope. Most of the builds that I make aren't any one particular thing. It's just a thing that I've cooked up. I don't have enough honeycomb blocks, I don't think, to make a whole layer out of them. And it's too much like the resin block. I need another color here, guys. There's too much homogeneity going on. I need a color that kind of pops a little bit without popping too much. Much as it pains me to do it, I'm going to have to go dig around through the storage and steal somebody else's blocks. I mean, the storage is for everybody, so I'm not really stealing them, but I always like to build my own stuff and farm my own materials. I could combine those to make honeycomb blocks. Mushroom blocks are a little too mushroomy. Glass might be cool, but I wouldn't use that for another few layers. Magma looks like all the other stuff. I got to avoid gray, black, white, and burnt orange. I need something that pops a little more. Ooh. Mangrove wood? The cherry wood would look good. I think the mangrove wood. It does look a bit like the nether bricks, though, doesn't it? Acacia? Nah, that's way too orange. I'm just... Oh, boy. The freaking Alpha Slab collection. You can tell that Meg's been here. 2B did not restart. Starlightning, welcome. Always good to see you, man. Starlightning has some of my favorite streams when they're not 2B2T streams, because Starlightning likes to go out to a lake out in some beautiful landscape and set his camera up and just go fishing. The live Starlightning fishing streams are some of my favorite content. Hey, Sai's back. Welcome back, Sai. Sai's from China, I think. He came in here and threw in some random images and such. Yep, there they are. I love it, man. Adds a lot to the stream, in my opinion. Metal Market? I'm not. You'd think that I would be, though. It seems like it's something that's right up my alley. Terracotta. Purple terracotta. That's the answer. Which, of course, if you're confused by that, Swish, the purple terracotta is going to be the red onion of the cheeseburger. I'm not helping my case here, am I? You've got to add one non-cheeseburger ingredient to this layer, man. You keep adding cheeseburger ingredients, you're gonna doom yourself to a cheesy, beefy fate. Whatever, it's my fate. I get to choose how beefy and cheesy my fate becomes. If I want to recreate the beefy 5-layer burrito, then I will, damn it. There. I think that this color is just different enough to continue blending in with the rest of this, while also looking different enough in color to make it kind of pop a little bit. A lot of weird random glitches here. You guys notice that? No, sir. Incorrect. Incorrect. And then once I finish this layer, I'll have to go back down again and check out my updated scores. I'm hoping that they don't go down. Oh, no, that was supposed to go there, dummy. I'd like to thank you guys for sticking with me during this stream. I know people have been filtering in and out. Some of you guys have been here for the long haul, and I appreciate it. There's nothing worse than, you know, feeling like you're streaming to an empty room. I mean, it's all part of the thing, you know. I did a not Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley is my favorite game of all time, right? But I know that it is doesn't make for the most riveting streaming content. But then one day I was like, you know what? I'm tired of getting hunted down and murdered on 2B2T, so I am going to change things up. And I'm going to do some Stardew Valley today. I streamed some Stardew Valley, and from about, I'll say 15 minutes in, I was streaming to 0 people. And like, I don't keep my numbers up in the corner, and I never know how many people are watching. But after seeing the chat dead for so long, I'm like, maybe I should, you know, try to speak to one person or another so they know that I'm acknowledging them. And then I looked at the thing, and the number said 1, and that one person was me. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we found out today that there aren't too many Stardew Valley fans that want to watch the streaming stuff. Point taken. And people say, might be doing another one sometime in the next month. Gonna coordinate with the house. Oh, you know Sai? Okay, Sai. We'll be here. First time chat, best time chat. Poppy. Thanks for coming. Hope you're having a good Thursday. So, people say when you're streaming, you should stream whatever you enjoy streaming, so it doesn't seem like a chore, right? Stream whatever you think is fun and whatever it is that you enjoy doing. And I was like, oh, well, that sounds nice. I'm here to say that that's bullshit, okay? Because sometimes the stuff that you're playing and doing is just not interesting. And if you're playing a game that is very, like, think about it. When it comes to streaming, there are games that are incredibly popular, right? Super, super, super popular games that sell millions of copies. But when you look at streaming categories for those games, they're very low. Nobody bothers streaming them. Off the top of my head, a game like Grand Theft Auto being one of the best-selling games, and if you were to look at the streaming numbers for Grand Theft Auto, I'm pretty sure that they're not nearly as high as other games like Minecraft or Terraria or Battlefield or Call of Duty and all those other games. So, oh, I got caps locks on. Caps lock. I just tell people how old I am because I don't care. shouldn't be ashamed of your age. People give me shit all the time in chat. Like, aren't you a little old to be playing a kid's block game? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, don't make me tell you what your mom was like in high school, kid. No, I try not to do that. You know, time for your bedtime, little kids, kind of crap, because that's, you know, the kids would call that cringe. It is. You're up a little late. You should have already been in your PJs by now. Okay, man, don't give us old players a bad name, for crying out loud. $39, nice. Oh, that's you, Magnacore. Good. Bunch of old geezers. By the way, every time that you mention your name or any kind of semi-private information on 2B, it gets recorded and logged in a specific spot that may or may not be a searchable database. But just a heads up. Looks like a tipsy cake, 2 out of 7. What? My numbers went down. Oh, okay. We've got the nutrition facts for Pale Blue Zebra over here. I still got a 6 out of 7 from Dawn Dubious. Now, that's way down, though. What about the chicken? The chicken hasn't given me a rating yet. Play with friends so that even if no one is in your chat, you can talk with homies. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. No, when I do streaming stuff, I do it because it's fun, but I also do it because people are watching. Dude, I couldn't stream to A Room of Zero forever. And the people that do that, I have, I don't know, somewhere between pity and respect for them, because that's just crazy. And you know, I don't mean, you know, people starting off, because everybody starts off streaming to A Room of Zero. Always, right? That's just part of it. But eventually, you know, why did I use so few blocks? Did I? No? I made it the right size. Yeah, okay. Tipsy cake, cheeseburger, Scooby-Doo sandwich. I think a light brown color might work. No, I need something else that really stands out. A bright blue or red or something. Let me go check the box real quick. If I can find a color that stands out a little more. All of these boring monochrome colors. Normally the colors that or the stuff that I build is much more colorful. I'm making a very dull, crummy build right now. Didn't Blue Eyes bring a bunch of wool over here? Was trying to get rid of wool. Yes! Okay. I'll do a layer of red. See how it looks from the side. Patience. I think it's going to end up looking good. It looks a little doofy right now, but this is long haul kind of game. I don't know what the command is for that on the stream. Yeah, well, dude, I'm terrible at like the actual like setting up the stream stuff. I got that Nightbot fellow to do some crap for me here and there, but that's basically it. I am more than happy to have your expertise, Cooks. And I'm not escaping the cheeseburger thing either, because now I'm just adding the fucking tomato slice to it. I can't believe you've done this to me, Swish. I should just give up and make the thing a fucking sandwich at this point, huh? And then I need yellow, I think. Oh, God, that's fucking cheese. What the hell? I promise you I'm not doing that on purpose. What the fuck? But that seems like the... Well, blue. I can add blue. The lettuce. Come on, man. I promise you I'm not doing that on purpose. Wait, can't you do commands? Let me see if we can do commands. There we go. Those are the commands you can use. I don't know if you can see that or not. I got dog fact, fun fact, cat fact, sound alert, replay, roulette. The sound alert thing is if I have my Spotify stuff up, it'll tell you. It should, at least. That is the sound alert stuff, though. I have some Nightbot stuff. Oh, I've got a Nightbot. Okay, now you're making me look it up. Okay. I don't have a list of things. Yeah, look, I've got Discord. You can give somebody a cookie, I think. Look. Did followers not work? Yeah, see? There we go. Followers works. Discord gives the link. I have the lurk command too. Why didn't that work? Yeah, see, these all work. I'm sure you guys are watching for the sole purpose of troubleshooting the thing over here. There's a weather command. There is a sub command. "36 amazing individuals currently subscribed." Thank you, all 36 of you. Wow. It's really putting you off over there, Hybridius. What the hell? That 8-ball sucks. This one was like a template one that was just in there. Oh, and look, I've got uptime as well. Look at all these fun commands, guys. Most likely, there you go. I'm getting a lower score now. Thanks, I appreciate it. 3 hours and 15 minutes. There you go. I think I have to type someone's name for this to work. see. Yeah, there we go. You can give people cookies. They all exist. I guess I don't do a good job of promoting it, so that is a internal failing on my behalf. My B, guys. Welcome back, Sai. I hope you had a safe trip. You missed some riveting gameplay of me creating the cheeseburger in paradise over here. My God. I've got to do blue next. I can't do green, clearly, because that's just going to be the lettuce, and then the quartz is going to be the fucking mayo on the top. I can't believe you've done this. What is going on with my phone? Sorry, guys. Okay. Wait, that's not right. There. I don't know. Maybe I should just lean into it. I think I should. Blue cheese, yep. I think I need to do... I think I need to do green next. I think that... Is that a chicken? Somebody's been chucking eggs. I think... I think if I add enough sandwich-based elements that people might actually think that it is a full-on sandwich build. But then I can be like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? You're ridiculous. You're crazy. Nobody's going to believe you. Just looking at it's making my mouth water. So stupid. I need a color infusion, right? But at the same time, I don't want to add too many colors at once, because I think that that will be more distracting than anything else. Maybe what I can do is add some windows. Yeah, I've got all that tainted glass. Maybe I can taint it. I did it again. Tinted. The tinted glass. Maybe I'll add some tinted glass on the different levels to make it look a little bit more like a house. Birch fen push for the toothpick in the center. You're not helping. Maybe I can build like a small little olive on top of the toothpick on the top. Or like one of those plastic frilly things that they put on the club sandwiches. Plastic frilly sandwich thing. Clash Royale. Oh boy. That happens every now and then too. Not deliberate. Slow and steady. Once I get to the scaffold section, it'll go up a lot quicker. Why didn't it give you a dog fact? Is there a dog fact cooldown, maybe? Whoa! Tainted glass. That's funny. Oh, there we go. Okay. Build the mini wall. Build the tomato wall. No big deal. I gotta go in every now and then to click on that or it'll just eat all of my blocks. It is a really crappy glitch when you have the scaffold setting that builds it out in front of you. It's the only scaffold that really works. Back in my day, the original scaffolding for Rusher Hack was it would work so quick that you could just hit the jump button and it would shoot you up into the air and pile blocks on top of you, on top of the jump. So you would just keep moving up and up and up and up and up. Hold the jump button and just ascend up like fucking Iron Man. Shit was so cool. Not anymore, though. Oh, I'm building a cheeseburger, apparently. No, it's supposed to just be a cool looking building. That's it. Anything that I make is always just about aesthetics and not like what the actual building is. But unfortunately, this one has the aesthetics of a Scooby-Doo sandwich, so we're stuck with that for now. Yeah, just a tall offset diamond building made of a bunch of different colors. And I'm going to add water at the end, which is really going to help this thing come together properly. So it might look a little janky right now, but in time, it's going... Oh, we do scaffold. In time, it's going to look absolutely boss. Let me go check my scores again. I didn't free cam this time. I actually came over here so I could smack people for giving me bad scores. 0.1 out of 1. Add the pickles after the cheese. Will you stop it? Best sandwich, 69 out of 420. Thank you. See, I like that a lot better. Although I think that 69 out of 420 is not really a good rating. Quick math tells me that it's actually kind of poor. But I am not one to disappoint, so... Looks like we're off to find some lettuce. Just a quick hint about life. Don't take any of the stuff that you do too seriously. Because that is just the recipe for disaster. Shrimp Shack wool. Courtesy of Shrimp Shack. Thank you, fellow Shrimp Shack enjoyers. I say fellow, I'm not a Shrimp Shack guy, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, don't take yourself too seriously in life, or especially in, you know, games that you enjoy playing. Taking yourself too seriously is a recipe for, you know, people thinking you're a jerk, even if you're not a jerk. You gotta be able to kind of laugh at yourself. Helps a lot with stress too. God, I can't believe some people take themselves and their lives and their career and everything else so seriously. It's gotta be exhausting. Holy shit, I can't even imagine. Imagine having to be so uptight and serious about everything in life, like all the time. Worrying about like your reputation and your image and all this other crap just 24/7. Thanks, but no thanks. But now I get to build this and people get to be like, oh, cool. Is it like a sandwich or like a cheeseburger? And then I can immediately be like, how dare you? I spent hours on this build. A sandwich? Sir, I've never been so disappointed in my life. Does this look like a cheeseburger to you? And then they're going to be like, well, actually, it kind of does look like a cheeseburger. Like, shut up! But only you guys will know the truth. And you may wonder, hey, Mr. Roster, you can't put the cheese on top of the lettuce. What about the cheese layer? Well, I think the resin is actually the cheese. Those resin blocks are the cheese at the bottom of the cheeseburger. Any cheeseburger connoisseur can tell you that sometimes the cheese goes good on the bottom. And then I'll go quartz on the next layer for the mayo. So normally I treat you guys to some radical music, usually from the 80s and 90s, but I've been getting into a lot of copyright strike trouble as of late. Not to the point where like I might get kicked off the platform or anything crazy, but it's starting to become an issue. I had to take a class on copyright strike stuff in order for my YouTube channel to not get shut down. They make you take like a quiz, right? And, like I say a class, but really it's like a timed 20 or 30 minute slideshow that you have to watch through, and you have to pay attention because there's a quiz at the end. What constitutes a copyright strike? Is it considered copyright infringement if you do this? Or is doing this, does this go against copyright stuff? What is a good example of something that you can do where the copyright rules aren't affected? Blah blah. Okay, you get the idea. It was bullshit. And if I didn't do it, they were gonna shut down my YouTube channel. So it's like, okay, fine, I'll freaking do it. And then I've been getting warnings on Twitch, not like the automated ones that I used to get, but like actual warnings, like you're gonna get a copyright strike if you keep it up. So I haven't completely abandoned the idea of having radical music on my streams, but I'm just letting it cool off for a bit. Today we're listening to the lo-fi versions of some Animal Crossing tunes and some Breath of the Wild tunes, I think. I figured it'd be a nice chill vibe for chill building day. I'm telling you guys, the water element at the end is really gonna pull everything together. I have Moo Moo muted. I can't even imagine what's being asked of the Chat GPT deal. Do I have him muted? Oh, it must be part of the ad block thing. Oh my god. I don't like that. A number of years ago, it was the worst day in human history to have eyes when somebody, line for line, copy-pasted what had to have been a 25-page fanfic of Rule 34 Fit MC Pop Bob. And it was one of the most horrifying things that I've ever experienced. It was like a train wreck. I like couldn't stop looking at it, and I'm like, please stop posting it. And like in my head I'm like still reading it, and like I could have muted him a long time ago. Definitely like more morbid curiosity moment. Okay. Give me just 1 second, guys. I gotta. Emotional support. Emotional. Oh, I was gonna say chicken. Yeah, that's me with everything. Someone ERPing with it. Oh my god, that's gross. Oh no, it's kind of funny, but the emotional support cock. Okay, I've got quartz somewhere. It's always the last one you look in.
It is known.
It is known. You know, I have a bunch more sound alerts, but I think you need to have the extension to be able to play those. I don't know what I'm doing. Cooks, you gotta save me for my own stupidity. What are you building there, sir? It's an abstract cheeseburger in paradise. At BK, have it your way. I think it's just gonna take longer doing it that way. Yeah, there you go. It's one of those burgers that you pay way too much money for. I love going to those places where, like, they serve you a normal-ass cheeseburger, and for some reason, because there's, like, you know, unfinished wood on the walls, and, like, craft beers in the cooler and stuff, all of a sudden you gotta pay, like, $30 for a cheeseburger. Good sir, I'm sure what you're serving up can't possibly be that much better than, like, something from Chili's.
It is known.
It is known. Although, I had the best fast food burger of my life not too long ago.
Come on, that's baffling. Sorry. Baffling. Guys, I'm sorry.
Cooks is burning through all of his roster bucks before he quits forever. We use these up before I bounce. Now they only allow you to have 10 alerts that you can use with channel points, but you have an unlimited amount that you can use with, like, the bits, like the actual Twitch currency. Go figure, right? And I have a list of them, but I think you need, like, a plugin to be able to use those. Now, I try not to promote them because, I mean, asking people to spend real world money on sound effects is, you know, silly. You can just use your roster box. I gotta finish this layer and then maybe one more. What's the top layer gonna be? I think I might have to finish. I think that if I try to finish now, I'm just gonna end up hurrying myself too much. And, like, wow. Okay, first of all, how dare you? And I'm not out to try to rush myself here. I think the grass on the bottom is also not helping this build out, so... Anyways, best fast food burger I've ever had. And, I've been to plenty of fast food places, right? In the Northeast, in the Northwest, in the Southeast, South Central, anywhere around, just about every fast food place you could imagine. And the best fast food burger I've ever had happened at a Shake Shack. I don't know if any of you guys live near any Shake Shacks, but oh my god, fucking Shake Shack. Holy shit, it's like life-changing. Now, like most places, they vary from location to location. Sometimes you go to a Whataburger and it's like, you know, from the gods themselves, and then sometimes you go to a Whataburger and it's like straight out of a, you know, Wes Craven flick. straight torture on the senses. But it's oh man, if any of you live near Shake Shack, you should go check it out. Sponsored by Shake Shack. But from the top, I'm going to make the top layer glass. And then I'll add the water element so you can see the waterfall from the top. And then I'll get rid of this grass layer in these corners. So when you look down, it's not just grass, it'll be something else cool. It'll be something cool, I promise. You have my word. So, I mostly used my own materials. I did borrow some wool Which, to be fair, I remember pretty specifically Blue Eyes saying, somebody please use the wool. Oh my god, I have so much wool. Please somebody build with the wool. Holy shit, the wool. The wool is everywhere. And I was like, okay. I will oblige. Gladly. And then somebody's purple terracotta as well. Ah, the seagulls, my favorite part of Minecraft. Let's look at the shader. No different. Oh, you know what? I could try to use the NASA texture pack. That might add a new element to it. Should have it on here, right? I do. Hopefully it doesn't crash my game. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh. We're down to 1 frame per second now. Oh, whoops. Nope, that wasn't the right button. Ah. Amateur hour. Ciroc. Whataburger's burgers are mid. Their barbecue chicken strip sandwich. Yes, for real. First time chat, best time chat. Hey, Ciroc. It's good to see you, man. I'm not doing spooky stream, I'm doing very chill, casual, building base tour stream. We're using the... oh, because I don't have the shader on, that's why. The NASA resource pack. A lot of the blocks look kind of crummy. I don't want to say crummy. They don't look like mega cool and different, but this resource pack really shines when it comes to stone and logs. Stone and logs both look really cool on this resource pack. And the water too. I'll finish this little line here and I'll go do a quick fly down. The sugarcane looks okay. Yeah, but like the sand and the grass, the leaves look really cool. And then the logs, the bark looks pretty good. When you get up super close, it looks a little crummy, but in general, it looks pretty good. It updates the mob appearance too, so sometimes the mobs can look really fucking stupid. Yeah, the chests and stuff all are different. Shulker boxes have the weird dragon scales on them. Nice. The bamboo signs actually look like bamboo. Wooden planks look cool. The glass has like a little design on it. You can see from the outside of the thing here. Oh boy, look at the poor chicken. Bakak! I've been told in no uncertain terms that any resource pack is the wrong resource pack. Everything besides vanilla Minecraft is silly. When are the Oscars? They're coming up soon, aren't they? I haven't checked the date. Yeah, see, the bamboo signs look really cool. The stone slabs look cool. The iron bars, kind of cool looking. Middle of November. Very cool. I'm excited. You guys already have presenters and stuff set up? Or are you still deciding? If you guys still need presenters, then I volunteer as tribute. Yeah, the wood planks look cool on this one. I somehow missed the Cecil house on the tour. I like the variants on the stone bricks, though. And compared to, like, the cobblestone and stuff. Cracked ones stand out a lot more. Anyways. There's my fun resource pack, everybody. I'm gonna put this quartz back. Okay. It's coming together. Okay, so I have to do something orangish yellow for the top to make it look like a bun, and then I'll add a bunch of other colors, so it'll just be like a random point that's a cheeseburger, and then everything else is different, and people will be like, that's supposed to be a cheeseburger? Like, yeah, obviously. Acacia, there you go. Magnacure's got it. Yeah, no kidding. That's a lot of work that you guys put in over at the Oscars there. I think it's the wedding planners, right? That do the Oscars. You guys go through an insane amount of effort putting all that shit together. It doesn't look like anything else besides a fucking cheeseburger now. That's ridiculous. I kind of love it, actually. Top layer is going to be Acacia, but that top layer is going to have to come at another time because I've got to bounce. Thank you guys for coming over and hanging out with me. I know it's a longer stream than normal. It wasn't exactly the riveting adventure that you're used to, but it's fun to do something that's kind of chill every now and then. So if I do a second stream during the week, it'll be a chill stream where I'm just hanging out and building and doing tours of bases and stuff. So I appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out with me. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. I'm going to check that final score when I come back over and I log in again tomorrow because I'll probably finish up that build off stream. Oh, right when I'm leaving. Rustic Gamer. I'll give you a quick shout out. I'm literally on my way out. I'll take care of your dudes, though. I'll take care of your dudes. Cooks, do we have anyone streaming right now that we can raid? Guys, make sure to follow Rusted Gamer. I say it's for fantastic content. Honest to God, I don't know if it's fantastic content or not because I've never seen your channel, but now I will. There you go. Let's see if somebody is Corinne or Bacon Mom. I went to Bacon Mom, I think, last time. Drag everybody to go over to see Corinne. Is it a 2B streamer? Well, I don't know. I already said I would do. I don't remember Corinne's actual Twitch name. That's right, Corinne Campbell. Is it if it's a 2B streamer, then maybe we'll do that one. But I don't know. I haven't said anything to Corinne in a while, so I'll just pop in there as well. Did I not type it in right? Or maybe I added a space. Oh, it's a slash raid. That's what it is. You guys gotta be doing all these other commands. See, this is part of the whole roster experience, is like trying to do this stuff and figure things out. Oh my god, and then it's that. Raid has been created. There we go. Okay. Okay, guys, give a shout out to Corinne when you get in there. Give her a follow or a thumbs up. She does a lot of 2B streaming. She plays Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman in Red Dead Redemption. She goes around and just randomly heals people and is like a Helperton. She plays some other games too, but I see her a lot on 2B doing Redstone stuff. Cecil, you caught us on the way out the door, man. Thanks for the raid, Rustic Gamer. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys soon, next time. Early next week, we'll say. Love you guys. Take care.